What's up, everybody? I'm on the drive home here from work today, and I just wanted to record this one question that I have for anarcho-capitalists. But first, a little bit of a rundown. I myself am a conservative. I guess you could say a conservative libertarian, more or less, because I do believe in the freedom from drug prohibition, especially when it comes to marijuana. And I'm open to cocaine and heroin and all the other drugs as well, but definitely marijuana. And I'm pro-gun rights, and I'm for people to get married to whoever that they want to, and all that other stuff. And so I'm convinced on those aspects. And of course, I'm for private property rights. That's one of the biggest issues that I'm most passionate about, is private property rights. So that's something that I definitely agree with anarcho-capitalists on. I guess you can say that I'm a bit more of the Austin Peterson philosophy of a minarchist, where government has some role to play in society, but definitely not into the interventionism of people's private property rights in their own personal lives. But I'm convinced that government is essential to the preservation of people's rights, like protect their police and military and so forth. The police to protect people from criminals taking away their right to life and their right to property from getting stolen, and preventing enemies overseas from invading and taking away their rights as well. And so the ultimate question that I have for anarcho-capitalists is, what will you do? Say that we get this perfect anarcho-society of anarcho-capitalism. There's no government at all. What will be the thing that will help us, that will preserve all of our rights, us free people? Say, if we do become anarcho-capitalists, or an anarcho-capitalist society. Sorry, the traffic is getting kind of hectic right here. But say that we do get this perfect anarcho-capitalist society, and everybody is their own person. There's no government at all to get involved, no government to take away your money via taxation or any other kind of theft or whatnot. And the only person who is really protecting you and your right to own your property is yourself and maybe some of your friends. But say that everybody is their own free individual, but there is a tyrannical warlord from a neighboring land who has organized his own army, has organized his own nation. He rules his own nation and has his own army as well. And say that he wants to take over, that he wants to conquer the free peoples of anarcho-capistan, say, for example. And say that, sorry, I probably shouldn't do these vlogs where I'm driving and talking at the same time. But that tyrannical warlord will want to conquer Ancapistan. Say that he wants to do that. The ANCAP individuals, they will not be organized enough. That is my concern. I mean, yes, they can defend themselves from the army as individuals. They'll have their own guns and whatnot to defend themselves from the army of the tyrannical warlord. But the thing is that the tyrannical warlord and his army will be organized, whereas they'll be fighting against an unorganized nation of free individuals. And my concern is that one by one, that the tyrannical warlord will just easily pick off every single individual and his little posse of friends that own guns, that they look out for each other. It's not like in Ancapistan there will be any organized armies to fight off the organized army of the tyrannical warlord, because there's no government to organize that army. But, and this is kind of what I thought of as well, is what about private military, a privately owned security force? So say one of the ANCAPs, they want to set up their own organization where they hire a whole bunch of people as like privately owned soldiers, essentially. The thing is, he can be like that big security force for all the ancaps, but then he'll obviously want some compensation for protecting those free ANCAP individuals. And it seems like the same as taxation, giving money to the government for them to protect you with the military, or at least that's how the military is supposed to form. Of course, the military is like abused all the time, but still, it seems that we're back to square one in that situation with a privately owned military force, where all the free ANCAPpies, they are paying a sort of a tax, for lack of a better word, to the privately owned military to protect them. And basically that the owner of that privately owned army becomes the monarch or the warlord himself, protecting the ANCAPpies from the other tyrannical dictator, tyrannical warlord or whatever. So yeah, that's my biggest question to anarcho-capitalists, and why I'm not quite convinced of the philosophy of anarcho-capitalism. As far as roads goes, people can off-roaders will go up in business. Everybody will be driving an off-road type vehicle instead. That's the easiest solution that I think to, as far as roads go. I mean, that guy T, he did like a long video about how privately owned businesses will own their own roads and pay and have the people driving on the roads pay like a fee. But there's a much easier solution to that, and that is off-roaders. Everybody owns an off-road vehicle of some sorts. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent. And so the biggest reason why I am not convinced of anarcho-capitalism is because I believe that the essential function of government is to protect free individuals from criminals and from overseas tyrannical warlords and dictators and whatnot. So my question to anarcho-capitalists, if we get this anarcho-capitalist society, what will stand in the way of tyrannical dictators taking away the rights of the unorganized free ANCAPpies who will not stand hardly a chance against him? So that's all I have for this video. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.